Welcome to the Wealth Connoisseur. This is Dan Lentz. I want to explain today why this virus is such a huge challenge for a lot of businesses. Now, I built $1 million business with my wife and I've been paid over 6 figures in one go. I've had some success in business. However, working as a financial advisor for 6 years, what was fantastic about that role was I was able to get under the hood of many businesses, and I've really been an advocate for studying business. Now, one example I came across that I don't have the specific figures for, however, I just want you to get the concept of this. Now, this business was turning over 1.2 million in sales. We do not need to go into the specifics. Now, the next year, they turned over 1 million. So they had a drop in 200,000 in sales. Now, the first year they had 400,000 profits. The second year, they broke dead even. So just by losing 200,000, they broke even. The third year, they did 800,000 and they were at loss. I think it was 400,000. Now, the specific figures don't matter here. What I want to explain with this example is even a small drop in sales can have a vast impact on the bottom line. Now, why is this? Well, a lot of businesses have fixed costs. So if we use the example, say with Coke, a Coke can that sells for, say, $1 might only cost 2 cents to make. Now, quickly the uninitiated will think, oh wow, we're getting ripped off 96 cents, or 98 cents, sorry. It's not as simple as that. Now, a lot of that 98 cents is taken up in marketing, actually getting it to people like you and I. Now, that's where the costs really are. And sometimes costs here can actually grow exponentially. So if your sales drop, your costs do not necessarily drop, they may even increase. So with this virus right now, we're going to see some serious wreckage from this. And a lot of people live week to week, and even some big companies live like this. Now, there's an example that the Chinese have where if you want to starve a big fish, you take away the water. Now, water is the clients and the money for big companies. Now, I've been getting into photo and video lately, and I've been looking into how some of these guys even do advertisements for Coca-Cola. Now, I had this mental idea that Coke has that already done. You know, you see a Coke ad, you're like, hey, they've got it handled. However, a company like that is constantly advertising. So if you could do a fantastic video for Coke, they would be very interested in that to this day. So I thought that's very, very interesting, and how companies that are so big still market so aggressively. If we think about it, you need to advertise in good times and you need to advertise in bad times. It doesn't just get, you cannot just take your foot off the gas just because you're in bad times. Ironically, with business, you need to double down and advertise even more. So that's not really the most optimistic concept I've ever shared. However, I want you to understand why there's going to be so much pain here. And right now we're not really seeing it yet. It's like we've been breathing and now we're being dunked underwater. This is an example from Stefan Molyneux. And it's like, hey, this isn't so bad because you've got some air in your lungs. However, when you go to breathe in, you're going to take in water. And as we know, with a drowning body, it's not pretty. And so it's a pretty scary time. And this is why it's so good right now to minimize your expenses if you can, and have some savings ideally. However, a lot of people are not in that scenario. And so it is going to get a lot more ugly before it gets better. However, if we look forward to the future, it is going to get better. And I think a lot of people needed to spank ass, especially people in the West, hearing about microaggressions, hearing about garbage, little excuses that will get washed away. I know that I've been talking about money for a long time, and a lot of people who are close to me are saying, Dan, money doesn't equal happiness. Well, people like that are going to get laid out. People like that are really going to suffer. And well, I don't think we're going to be hearing them say that money doesn't equal happiness. And even I forgot it. Even I was thinking, well, yeah, maybe money doesn't equal happiness, and realizing that I don't really care about happiness because I was too busy focusing on survival. The memory of me not being able to feed my cat is still very, very vivid to me. And so it's memories like that that keep me motivated, because I realize that money is not just about happiness, it's not just about Lamborghinis and garbage, it's about survival. And luckily, I was able to save a little bit so that hopefully I can ride out some of this horrible storm, and I hope you are in the same case. However, going forward, this channel is going to be a channel that brings a lot of value to you, and so if we have some garbage like this again, hopefully we'll be more ready. So bless you all, till next time.